agri-tech also can be the future. So that youngsters at this age, they have to be, and all of you, Dr. Prahlad, and all of you have contributed so much to the world and in the world of science and research. And Dr. Ripi Singh was talking 2 days before about a helicopter in Indian Institute of Science Tech where he needed 20,000 rupees, and then the corporate came up to the level of 5 crore rupees to give him. But then he went to USA and finally didn't take a helicopter at a level what is talking helicopters model which he created. So when he was young at 20 years before, now he's 60 plus. So at 15, 20, 25, if we can create the categorization of people, they can come up with the solutions for the society at a small level, entrepreneurial startup varsity. I have started a startup varsity, one of its kind in the country, where 10 cohorts I am taking, and I'm telling them, okay, I'll give you 10 lakh rupees, and you start your company that day and become and bring in the best of the brains around you, and set up small units where it can be ancillary support to the top layer structures. Now, this entrepreneurial, and academic excellence is the need of the hour. So, entire revamp of the through a national education policy gives us all the ability and the facility to empower ourselves. So, a time has come when the great thinkers or legends were sitting here. I may not be able to talk the entire technical aspects of what you are going to talk with 100 papers and so much of preliminary research.
Please move closer, sir. Please come closer. Clear, sir?
Also Dattaguru and all the distinguished people who come here, delegates, my greetings to you on the occasion of this conference on computational and experimental approach to aerostructures. The goal and purpose of the conference has well been laid out. I'm very happy that this topic is still getting attention, and as a form of a conference, it's being addressed. Looking back in my experience, never been a structures person, but more of a person with a domain which is spread across various disciplines of rockets. I'm really happy that I had the fortune to be part of the design team of the structures for the LVMP rocket, which I still remember very well. One of the very complex design of a rocket structure. That memory comes to me because today happened to be the 11th anniversary of its first launch, 18th of December. And also that today, just yesterday, the next rocket for launch is moved from to the launch pad. That I understand. That's called the M6 version. So again, a proud moment for us who went through the design process of such a rocket, which lasted almost many years. But I must tell you, today the domain of aerostructures is a fusion of domains of aerodynamics, structures, and control. I think these three domains discretely come in to define aerostructures. But historically, we have been handling these domains independently. No, they were compartmentalized. You will first go through the aerodynamic design, conceptual shapes and structure configurations come out. Then we do a finite element routine to finalize how the structures are really sized. Then look at the control responses later. The integration of this didn't really happen in the early phases. In university for the international conference on aerostructures, specifically looking at the computational and experimental domains of aerostructures. Possibly you know that aerostructures mean what you see aircrafts, helicopters, drones, rockets. What you see outside is nothing but the aerostructures. They are integration of aerodynamics, material science, structural design, manufacturing, testing, all those domains integrated. But in this domain, there are a lot of new things are happening. A lot of computational capabilities getting added. Artificial intelligence and digital domain coming in. Modeling and digital twin concepts are coming. Additive manufacturing coming. And all this becomes a topic of the discussion nowadays. We were we have been doing these designs in a classical approach, compartmentalized approach, but this digital twin approaches and new age technologies allows us to break these barriers and work as a single entity looking at all these problems. So this is the primary topic. We also look at the domains of new age aerospace entrepreneurs, startups and companies. They are all getting benefited from these new technologies. So what we discuss debate here are the approaches in all of this, how you make use of the digital new technology, how do you integrate these domains, and how do you make it applicable to new age aerostructures activities. I think that is the specific focus of this conference. 2 days conference which is going to happen here, and I'm very happy to be part of this conference where I just released the conference, gave a short talk on this topic. Thank you.
International conference organized by Jain University under the leadership of Dr. Datta Guru. This is the first international conference organized by Dr. Datta Guru, our chief scientist, who has been part of Jain University for the last 10, 12 years. He is called Data Guru. And Dr. Krishnadas Nair and Dr. Somnath, Dr. Vicky Atre, the leading scientists and the legends who have come together, and many more international from IITs and ISCs who come all the way from USA, Germany to attend this conference on computational, complex aerostructures design, combining all digital twins, quantum computing, and also additive manufacturing, especially in the areas of aerostructure, like, aircraft engineering, or you talk about helicopter technology and drones. Which just now Dr. Somnath has said that all has to become one entity, whether it's digital twins or whether it's AI, ML, whether we talk about computational complex problems to be sorted out, solved. And this is where I think the new age approaches, especially from the young generation scientists and the legends, come together and discuss and create a white paper concept. And also startup culture where rocket launches and many more rocket companies. And with this world heading towards new innovative approaches and many developing countries doing that, India also has its niche market, whether it is Mangalam or whether it is satellites. And we have also shown that India also has a very big space in this world to contribute to the world benefit, especially sustainable development goals and solutions providing future occupation and solution for the society which can reach the common man. Whether it is nuclear energy, whether it is aerospace, or whether it is structures, whether it is mechanical, whether it is aerodynamic propulsion technology, whether you talk about hybrid aero concepts, or you talk about additive manufacturing, or you talk about AI and autonomous systems to be integrated, and that is the future of the world. And this conference will bring out many more new areas of understanding, and with the 100 quality papers being presented, international standard papers, that will show the pathway for many more young generations who are aspiring scientists and aspiring thinkers and researchers to come together, academia and industry, conglomerate of this inclusive or really collaborative effort will sink and make India onto the next level. And we already reached the developed state, but we are adding more value to the world.
Ripi Singh. I actually started my career here in Bangalore at University of Science. I was a student here, then I was a faculty here, and then I went to US in '98. I worked in corporate for a while, and about 12 years ago, I became a coach. I now help my clients transform digitally. The introductions that you heard this morning about the need for digital twin, the artificial intelligence, the additive manufacturing, so 5 to 2040, and how to embrace these technologies today in an accelerated fashion to create a social impact. So that's what I do for a living.
Why is digital important?
Why is digital important? Well, the simplest way to look at it is the second industrial revolution was on the production side, mechanization. The third was with the computers. And the fourth one is where the computers and the physical world is coming together. You guys have seen over here in India what things like Paytm have done. You have seen what Uber has done. Those are examples of digital transformation. It's about digital technology being deployed to transform the way you live, the way you learn, the way you produce. It is something that is happening. We don't have a choice. So it's best to embrace the transformation and be ahead of it rather than become irrelevant.